If you've ever felt different, as if you had a deeper purpose and a mission you can't explain, you might be one of these chosen ones. The 144,000 mentioned in ancient prophecies are known as beings with a divine mission, with special gifts and a unique spiritual connection. But who are these individuals, and what do they represent? Many of us feel out of place, as if we don't belong to the collective mindset, as if there were something greater to be fulfilled. These angels on earth or black sheep do not fit into common patterns. They have a unique vision, can go through intense adversities, and still remain strong, guided by a divine force. They are the chosen ones for something grand, for a transformation that goes beyond human understanding. Perhaps you identify with these words, feeling that your journey is marked by challenges and, at the same time, by a feeling of being prepared for something greater. If this is your case, you may be part of this select group that is here to fulfill an essential role. If you recognized yourself so far, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of discoveries with us. Let's explore more about what it means to be one of these chosen ones. In the Bible, particularly in books like Revelation and Jeremiah, we encounter references to a select group of individuals known as the 144,000. These individuals are described as a special collective, marked by a unique divine connection and a distinct spiritual mission. While the concept of these 144,000 has been interpreted in various ways over time, it is important to focus solely on the biblical descriptions and the way this idea resonates with people seeking a deeper meaning in life. The Book of Revelation, 7:4-8, presents a vision where 144,000 people are sealed from all the tribes of Israel. This sealing symbolizes a sign of protection and consecration for a divine mission. Each tribe is represented by 12,000 individuals who are considered servants of God. This special group is identified as people who have been chosen for a higher purpose, a mission of spiritual leadership in times of great tribulation. The term first fruits also appears in the scriptures, and it refers to those first portions of a harvest that are dedicated to God. In the Old Covenant, first fruits were given as an offering to God, symbolizing the totality of a future harvest. In the New Testament, this idea of first fruits is applied to a special group, the 144,000, who are considered the first harvest of the faithful, a representation of those who would be chosen for an exceptional spiritual destiny. These 144,000 are not presented as a homogeneous mass or a common crowd. The biblical description suggests that they are individuals with a unique and elevated purpose, possessing a special connection to the divine plan. Although the number is specific, the interpretation of who exactly constitutes this group is not limited only to Jews or to biblical Israel. In many interpretive currents, the number is seen as symbolic, representing the totality of those who are chosen by God, regardless of their origin. Within this view, the 144,000 can be seen as a spiritual manifestation that transcends the limitations of time and space. They are described as a kind of faithful remnant in a world marked by corruption and decay. These individuals, therefore, are considered bearers of a unique spiritual knowledge or ability. Their mission is not limited to simple devotion or faith, but rather to spiritual leadership in times of great crisis and transformation. The 144,000 are also considered those who maintain their integrity and purity, even in the face of great adversity. In Revelation 14, they are described as those who have not defiled themselves with women, and who follow the Lamb, a reference to Christ. This purity is often interpreted not only as a reference to physical morality, but also to their spiritual dedication, to their unwavering commitment to the truth and to the divine mission they have received. They do not allow themselves to be corrupted by material values or worldly temptations. Although the description of the 144,000 is focused mainly on an apocalyptic context, the symbolism that surrounds these individuals can be applied to many people in different times who feel a strong sense of destiny and spiritual mission. Many believe that these angels on earth are called to help humanity rise spiritually, leading by example and truth. These chosen ones, sometimes called black sheep in their communities or families, are often seen as misunderstood or displaced. They possess a deeper vision of reality, which leads them to act differently than society expects. This may include refusing to follow established norms or to accept truths that they consider to be false or limiting. Although they often face ostracism or challenges, these individuals are guided by a higher power, which sustains them and empowers them to remain faithful to their mission. So, the 144,000 are much more than a reference to a specific number. They symbolize the human capacity to transcend material limitations and connect with the divine. And their mission is a call to spiritual action for all those seeking a deeper and more transformative understanding of life. Angels on earth are individuals who, despite appearing ordinary at first glance, possess characteristics and abilities that set them apart from everyone around them. These individuals are deeply empathetic, with an extraordinary ability to feel and understand the emotions of others in a much more intense way than most people. This empathy is a powerful gift, but can also be a blessing and a curse. Their emotional sensitivity often leads them to isolate themselves, as the weight of others' emotions can be overwhelming. Because of this, many end up feeling disconnected, or as if they don't fit into social and family norms. In addition to this empathy, these individuals have a keen spiritual perception. They not only feel, but also see beyond the surface of people and situations. Their intuitive abilities allow them to perceive the intentions and the true essence of people, without being deceived by social masks or appearances. This ability to discern the truth can make them misunderstood, as often the truth they see can be uncomfortable for others. However, instead of succumbing to pressure, these angels on earth remain steadfast in their mission, knowing that they have a higher purpose. Despite facing great misunderstanding and even rejection, these individuals are guided by an ancient wisdom, which seems to come from a deep and divine place. They are known for being the black sheep, the different people, who do not fit into the patterns established by society. However, this difference is not a weakness, but a strength. In many cases, it is adversity and solitude that shape them, helping them connect with their true essence and understand their mission in this world. This mission goes beyond their own lives. It has a collective and spiritual impact that aims to bring a significant transformation to the world. Although the path of the angels on earth is marked by difficulties, they are accompanied and protected by divine forces. These forces strengthen them and help them endure the difficulties they face. Their trials should not be seen as punishments, but rather as a process of purification, where adversity acts as the fire that refines gold. By going through these tests, they become stronger, wiser, and more capable of fulfilling the mission assigned to them. In essence, these angels on earth have a deep spiritual purpose, often misunderstood by others. They walk a solitary and challenging path, but it is precisely through this solitude and the obstacles they face that they connect with their true selves. At their core, they are spiritual beings, chosen for a divine purpose, whose mission is to bring to light a new way of perceiving the world and awaken people's consciousness. Although the journey is difficult, their resilience and inner strength keep them firm on their path, protected by higher forces that guide and support them along the way. The chosen ones are among us, and their existence is clear evidence of the fulfillment of Scripture. Since ancient times, the Bible has mentioned a special group with a divine mission, destined to play a crucial role in the end times. These chosen ones are mentioned in prophetic passages, especially in the book of Revelation, where we read about the 144,000, who are the bearers of a unique and sacred mission. They are the angels of the earth, the black sheep, and their presence today is a sign that the times are being fulfilled. The book of Revelation clearly describes the 144,000 as those sealed by God, a divine mark that distinguishes them from others. In Revelation 7:3-8, we read, "Do not harm the earth, or the sea, or the trees, until we have put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God." These sealed ones are described as coming from the 12 tribes of Israel, and their number is exact, 144,000. They are a chosen group for a divine mission, and their presence is a sign that God's work is in progress. Although this passage speaks of the 144,000, it is also a metaphor for spiritual perfection, the complete number of those chosen by God to fulfill a vital role. It is not just a literal number, but also symbolic, indicating the completeness of the divine mission. The chosen ones are among us today, often misunderstood and seen as different, but with a clear divine purpose. The chosen ones have a divine mission and a spiritual wisdom that goes beyond common understanding. As mentioned in Revelation 14:4, they are those who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes. This means that they have a spiritual purity, a commitment to the truth, and a direct connection with God, without being swayed by the temptations or corruptions of the world. This purity is one of the most evident signs of their choice and mission. In addition, the Bible also tells us about the signs that accompany the chosen ones. In Matthew 24:31, Jesus speaks of the coming of the Son of Man, "And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." This verse speaks directly of the action of the angels, the messengers of God, who gather the chosen ones at a time of great revelation and transformation. The chosen ones are those who are called to be ready for the return of Christ, prepared to fulfill their role in the great spiritual harvest. The chosen ones are also described as bearers of special spiritual gifts, as prophesied in Joel 2:28. "And afterward, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams, your young men will see visions." The chosen ones often manifest these spiritual gifts: the ability to prophesy, to discern the truth, and to see beyond immediate reality. This can be disconcerting to those around them, but it is a fundamental characteristic that distinguishes them and proves their identity as God's chosen ones. Moreover, the book of Jeremiah 1:5 reminds us that God knows the chosen ones even before their birth. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." This demonstrates that the chosen ones are not just ordinary people, but souls predestined to fulfill a divine mission. They do not fit into traditional social patterns, often being seen as different or strange. However, this difference is the key to their mission. The presence of the chosen ones is a sign that the time is being fulfilled. They are the ones who walk by faith even when facing adversity, and their journey is marked by challenges that aim to refine and prepare them for the great final mission. These challenges, however, are not a sign of weakness, but of strengthening. In 1 Peter 1:7, we read that, "The genuine proof of your faith, though it be tested by fire, will be found to result in praise and glory and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. The chosen ones are refined by the difficulties they face, and these experiences make them even more prepared for the role they must play. The chosen ones are not alone. They are guided and protected by God, as written in Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Even when they seem isolated or misunderstood, the chosen ones are always sustained by a divine force, which guides them on their journey. Therefore, the presence of the chosen ones among us is a reality that can be confirmed by the Scriptures. They are the 144,000, the angels of the earth, those who walk on a divine mission. Their discernment, their spiritual gifts, and their purity are the marks of their choice, and their presence is a sign that the time is being fulfilled, fulfilling the prophecies of a new beginning and a spiritual transformation that is to come. The chosen ones are on a path that demands courage, wisdom, and endurance, for they constantly face the forces of darkness that seek to destabilize them and divert their purpose. However, with each challenge, these trials paradoxically become catalysts for the strengthening and awakening of their true inner power. They not only resist, but grow spiritually from each battle, moving with an unwavering purpose that cannot be denied. As spiritual warriors, they are guided by divine gifts and an ancestral wisdom that connects them directly to the divine plan. Throughout the Scriptures, it is evident that difficulties are not punishments, but rather opportunities for growth and the perfection of the soul. Each challenge the chosen ones face is a chance to strengthen their faith and resilience. In 2 Corinthians 12:10, the Apostle Paul says, "Therefore I am content with weaknesses, with insults, with hardships, with persecutions, with difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong." This verse teaches us that the chosen ones, when facing their weaknesses and difficulties, become stronger spiritually. Every trial is a preparation for the divine mission they are destined to fulfill. They are spiritual warriors, but not in the conventional sense. They do not carry physical weapons, but rather an arsenal of wisdom, understanding, and discernment that is granted to them by God Himself. Their spiritual gifts are the weapons with which they face daily challenges and the battle against the forces of evil. As described in Ephesians 6:10-17, the armor of God is not physical but spiritual, composed of elements such as truth, righteousness, faith, and the Word of God, which protect the chosen ones on their journey. These warriors do not walk alone. They are protected and guided by higher forces, which lead them through adversity. The divine presence in their lives is constant, and even if they cannot see or touch these forces, they can feel their guidance and protection. In Psalm 34, verse 7, it is said, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear Him and delivers them." This divine protection not only keeps them safe, but also refines and prepares them for their destiny. Every battle, every suffering, is a means of purification and spiritual growth. The spiritual battle that the chosen ones face is not only against the difficulties of everyday life, but against an invisible evil that seeks to divert their hearts and minds from the divine truth. This cosmic war between light and darkness is a struggle for the soul of humanity, and the chosen ones have a central role in it. In Revelation 12:7-9, the battle between Michael and the angels of God against the dragon and his angels is described as a primordial spiritual battle. Similarly, the chosen ones are engaged in a constant spiritual struggle, with the goal of overcoming the forces of evil and bringing light to a world that often prefers the shadows. The journey of the chosen ones is, therefore, a journey of constant improvement. They are not perfect beings, but are in a process of constant transformation. Each trial they face is an opportunity for spiritual growth, a moment of refinement where their souls become purer and more aligned with the divine will. In the first epistle of Peter, the 1st chapter, the 7th verse, it is written, "That the genuineness of your faith, being more precious than gold which perishes, though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." Just as gold needs to go through fire to be refined, the chosen ones need to face challenges so that their faith and spirituality become purer and stronger. These spiritual warriors are not easily defeated. Despite the difficulties they face, they continue to rise, stronger and more determined than ever. Perseverance is a fundamental characteristic of the chosen ones, for they know that their mission will not be easy, but is divinely appointed. In James 1:12, it is said, "Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial, because when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him." This promise reinforces the idea that, despite the challenges, the reward will be great, for the chosen ones are being prepared for a greater mission. Disconnection from the conventional world is not a sign of weakness, but rather a preparation. The distancing from these social and collective norms is what prepares these angels for the great mission that lies ahead. Their ability to see beyond superficialities and to deeply feel the energies that permeate life is what empowers them to bring light to dark places. Even if their actions are often misinterpreted or misunderstood, they have a profound impact on those who can see beyond the facade. Being an earth angel means being part of something greater than everyday life. These beings are called to a mission that involves awakening the dormant consciousness of humanity. They are the bearers of truth, a truth that, although hidden from many, is about to be revealed. And this revelation does not happen in isolation. Earth angels are not alone on this journey. They are part of a greater force, a divine collective that works in harmony to bring transformation and balance to the world. Therefore, earth angels are powerful beings with a transformative mission that will impact future generations. Even when they feel alone or misunderstood, they are certain that they are fulfilling a higher purpose than they can fully understand. And while the world around them tries to suppress them, they continue to follow their path with courage, wisdom, and an unshakable inner strength, ready to transform the world in their own way. The journey of earth angels is deeply marked by resilience and strength in the face of difficulties, which arise as intense challenges imposed by the forces of darkness. These forces try unsuccessfully to stifle the light of these divine beings. On the contrary, every trial faced strengthens the earth angels even more, helping them awaken spiritual gifts and draw closer to the greater purpose they have to fulfill. These spiritual warriors are not just ordinary beings. They are protected by higher divine forces that guide and refine them during their trials. Instead of weakening in the face of difficulties, they grow with them, developing a wisdom and an inner strength that make them prepared for the divine path that has been destined for them. If, throughout your life, you have felt as if you were constantly facing challenges greater than others, or as if you had a special mission that you do not yet fully understand, it may be a sign that you are an earth angel. These beings are called to something greater, to fulfill a divine purpose that goes beyond human understanding. If you feel that your journey is connected to something deeper, that your struggles are catalysts for a greater awakening, perhaps it is time to reflect on this possibility. If you identify with the experiences and mission of earth angels, you may be one of the chosen ones, destined to fulfill this divine mission. Comment below if you feel you may be one of the 144,000 chosen for this spiritual journey. and how this resonates with your life and experiences.